So here I am at an outside stage. I haven't been to a live concert in like 2 years now. I miss live music. Come with me. One of the most important and easiest music production techniques is something called panning your instruments. Panning is simply where are you placing your instruments on the stage? Are you putting on the right-hand side or the left-hand side? Or is that left? Is that left and that's right? Right, left? You're backwards, so you need to be
strong.
Okay, we need to make room for every single instrument. Imagine right now if I put all of the instruments straight up the line, right smack in the middle. Well, every instrument would be in its way, all sounds would be in the way. It wouldn't sound very good, and more importantly, it wouldn't be in stereo. So a really easy technique that you can teach your students is telling them where to place instruments, where to pan their instruments. So let's explore this a little bit more. Let me show you how easy it is to pan a song. First, I created a song here. Let's go ahead and listen to it first. Kind of simple rock song. It's got bass, drums, guitar, all that good stuff. Even found a really cool vocal loop that you'll hear in a second. All right, so there you go. It sounds great, right? If a student created that, you'd be very happy. Man, if a student created that, I would probably be in tears crying of how amazing that sounds. But why not take it to the next level? Why not show our students that there's more than just creating a song? They can go further. So the way to pan is there's two ways. The first simplest way is to move this dial right here. If you look on the left-hand side, every single channel has a knob with a left and right, and that's our pan. That's us moving the sound to either the left side or the right side. The biggest question becomes, where do we put these sounds? Can we just start throwing stuff left, right, and never put anything in the middle? Well, no. We need to have sort of a baseline. We need to have sort of a guideline as to where these sounds should belong. For example, if we have drums on one side of the channel, if I go ahead and just pan these all the way left, all of a sudden our song is going to feel very unbalanced. Drums are such a strong instrument that if it's only drums on one side, you're going to feel like you're leaning. Check this out. It feels really off balance now, doesn't it? Yeah. Or same thing kind of similar with bass. If I go ahead and move this bass all the way to the right and play it, again, it's going to feel really off balance. Can you hear it? It's really throwing you off, huh? So we want to have balance. We need to have balance on the right-hand side, left-hand side, and even up the middle. So the way that I like to think of it is my foundation instruments, my bass and drums, I like to keep right smack in the middle. That's going to be basically really keeping our building up straight. All the other sounds, guitar, synth, keyboard, even vocals if you want, we can pan those left and right. Those are more inclined to move to one side or the other and not throw us off. When you're panning though, make sure that you're doing equal distribution between the left hand and right hand side. Don't just throw everything to one side because again, it's going to be off balance. So now let's listen to our new song that is panned. Again, listen to that muted sound. You can hear it on the left-hand side. And really listen for these two guitars. Right, that's one on one side. You hear it? It's just making room. Right, here's our two other guitars here that are, again, spread out. Again, making room. We're not clustering them together. So already now our song is up a new level now. Again, we're really taking our song and making it more professional. As I mentioned before, music is all about balance. In this case, in panning, we're balancing our left and right sides of our song, but also, if you notice, I've also taken the time to balance the volumes. Not all sounds are created equal. Some sounds are more important than the others, so if you haven't seen my video on setting volume levels, go ahead and check out this video right here. It's the very first step that you want to teach your students in mixing, making sure that each instrument is at the correct volume. So that was the easy way of panning your channels left and right. Now there is a more complicated way, but with more difficulty, it comes with more features and some really exciting stuff. So let me show you. If you go to the left-hand side, you'll see this kind of zigzaggy, weird line dot-ish button here. This is our automation function. Go ahead and click on it there. I'm going to go ahead and add the panning. I'll automate the panning by simply clicking on the volume and click on pan. And I'll go ahead and do that with all of them. And this is kind of boring watching, so it'll be done right now. Alright, so if you look right now, I have all my tracks ready to be panned, ready to automate panning. So I can simply click on the line, bring it on down, and then I can create different shapes and different panning automations. So this is my drums. So in my drums, this track will kind of be playing on one side and then slowly moving to the other side. Probably not the greatest thing for drums, but I want you to hear the effect of it. Let's really do it for this one here, because I want you to really hear the difference. So I'm going to, in fact, play around with this quite a bit here. That way you can really hear the motion moving. So there we go. So now when this is playing, you're going to see our panning knobs rotate and turn. So keep your eye on them. At some point you'll start seeing them actually move and rotate. You can already see the drum one turning right now. And you should be hearing it in your headphones as it's starting to move the other side. Can you hear it moving? Again, it's just adding more creativity, it's creating more expression. It's really a high-level function in music production. So teaching your kids this, you're basically teaching them what professional music producers do. So really soak that into them and tell them this is what professionals do. You are now becoming a real music producer. That's why panning is my absolute favorite music production tip, because it's so simple and yet so effective. I mean, literally, you can really create complex and high-level songs with very simple tricks and functions. It's that easy. That does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you want to see more videos, don't forget to click the subscribe button and to ring the bell. That'll let you know when a new video is released. Leave a comment as well and let me know about any problems or questions that you might be having, and I'll happily get back to you. And remember, have fun making music. Take care.